Yo, yo, yo. What is up, everybody? Broke Boy here. Welcome back to another video. Today, uh, it's really nothing special. Well, yeah, really nothing special. This is just kind of like an update video. Okay? So I have 14 sacreds. Okay, I have 14 sacreds. I don't know what to do with these sacreds. I was thinking I can do my first fusion, okay? Because I have never done a fusion, okay? I've been playing Raid for consistently, every single day consistently for 2 years now, okay? And in those 2 years, I have not done a fusion ever. Now, there were some amazing fusion champions in those 2 years, but again, I just never really bothered with going for any of them. Okay. Why, you might ask? That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that. I really don't have an answer for that. I just didn't go for them. Period. Don't know why. I see. Okay, I did it. I could have. At the time that the fusion started. Okay, fusions usually start at the beginning of the month, right? The first week of the month. Okay. And usually, while the fusion starts, I usually don't have the resources to do the fusion, right? So, like the gear enhancement, I never have silver. I have almost 11 million now, but that's only because I just got done with the spider tournament. I was farming spider to complete the tournament. But I usually don't have this much silver. For the summon rush, in order to get through the summon rush for a fusion, you usually have to do. You have to pull about 6 to 7 sacreds. 6, 7. And 14 sacreds is the most amount of sacreds I've ever had. Okay. The last time I had more than one sacred was in March, in middle of March, because in the middle of March the anniversary events were going on, and there was a double legendary event for sacreds, meaning that if you pull a legendary from a sacred shard, you get another legendary different from the one that you pulled for free. Okay, so I pulled for that and got 2 Legos. And yeah, that's the last. At that time, I think I had 8 sacreds for that event, but as you can see now, I have more than that. This is all due to Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord, man. This is all due to that. Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord, man. Oh my god. You have to farm Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord as much as you can. Okay. As much as you can, because I have this many sacred shards because of Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord. I have this many voids because of Ultra Nightmare. I have this many gems because of Ultra Nightmare. I have this many Lego books because of Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord. Okay, you have to farm Ultra Nightmare as much as you can. All right, doing Ultra Nightmare is going to massively. Consistently doing Ultra Nightmare will over time allow you to do massive upgrades to your account. Okay. So we have a summon pool event. Okay. Now. Okay. I do have a couple dollars that I can spend for this. However, I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to. Okay. Now, honestly, I don't think summoning pools are worth. Okay, well, you should. They're getting the free summon pool, getting the free pull from events. That's totally worth doing. Okay, it's worth getting the free pull from tournaments and events. Okay, but like spending money on these, spending money getting more crystals, like I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it because look, okay, 94% to get 94% to get, not god 94% chance to get an epic. Okay, only a 4% chance to get a Lego and a 2% chance to get this specific Lego. Okay, now these epics, they're a lot of them aren't really that good. Like, okay, how do I pronounce that? Tomoe? Tomoe? It's because like Shadowkin is very heavily inspired by like Japanese, maybe Korean culture. I don't really know, but somewhere in that part of Asia. Okay, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, something like that. Okay. Um, so I don't really know. I think the E is supposed to have an accent, but yeah. Um, but she's not really that good. Fenchi, I have Fenchi. He's decent, but I don't use him. He's good into Fire Knight because he has a triple hitter A1, triple hitter A2, and double hitter A3. Okay, his all of his skills are multi-hit, so he's very very good into Fire Knight. Okay, but I don't use him into Fire Knight because I have a much better team. I can't really fit him into the team. Sachi, she's decent, but again, like there's so much better options. Okay, Burangiri, I do think Burangiri is worth it because of his passive. Okay, heals this champion by 50% of their max HP whenever an ally or an enemy dies. Okay, now Burangiri, there's this boss called oh god, what's his name? Bommel. Dreadhorn Bommel. I think he should be in Curse City. Here he is, right here. Dreadhorn Bommel. Okay, this guy. Oh my god, this guy is fucking annoying to deal with. Okay, now okay, whatever. But yeah, this guy is fucking annoying to deal with, and Burangiri makes dealing with him a breeze. Okay, because okay, so Bommel places bombs. Okay, let me go into the battle. I'm gonna just let them do their thing. Okay, see, he places. They resisted. What? Okay. But you can see how. Wait, how did they resist that? Wait, what? Okay, hold on. But anyway, you can see he places bombs. Okay. Now, Burangiri's passive heals him by 50% of his max HP whenever an ally or an enemy dies or an enemy champion dies. Okay, now his bombs, although they're not champions with their own skills, you know, these bombs do count as enemy champions, meaning that when the bombs explode, Burangiri will heal himself. Okay, now the bombs do 40% HP damage, right? They do 40% damage, okay? But again, Burangiri heals himself for 50%, okay? So he can sustain himself, okay? So all you really got to do is give him a lot of HP, okay? Put him in a regeneration set and a immortal set, And yeah, Boomerang Giri can just solo him. Okay, you don't even need any other champions. Just put in Boomerang Giri by himself, and he can solo him. How did they resist that? What's their resistance? 101, 130. What? How did they resist? Okay, whatever. So yeah, I do think Burangiri, the only Burangiri is only useful for Bommel, okay? But other than Bommel, Burangiri is very useless. Okay. Kunoichi, I don't have her. I don't think she's very good. Well, Wuji. I do have a soul for Wuji. Not even what? Wow. An A4. She has 4 different skills. A1, A2, A3, A4. This is not a passive, this is a separate skill. Wow. Not very I don't think she's very good. She takes a lot of books too. 6 on the A1, 6 on the A2, 4, and then another 6. That's a lot of books. 35, 40, 50% chance of placing weaken on an AoE, or when counterattacking at least. Not even 60, 65, 75% chance of placing. That is, oh my god, 75% chance of placing block buff on a 4-turn cooldown. That is disgraceful. That is shit. That is dog shit. That is dog shit. Perfect Veil and counterattack. 5, 4, 3. 3-turn cooldown. Wow. Oh wait, no, okay. No, this isn't her A3 or her A4. This isn't an A4. This is just the ascended skill. Okay, so okay, so 75% yes, 75% chance 4-turn cooldown. Okay, this other champion that I have, Stonebound Thisbe. Look at this. 100% chance 3-turn cooldown. Okay, this champion is better than Wuji. My god. All right. Let's not even talk about her. Hatatsu. Hatatsu is good. Yeah, Hatatsu is really, he's immune to what's the word? Crowd control. He's just hard immune to crowd control. Okay. Is that 70? Wait. 55, 60, 70, 80% chance of placing decreased attack. See, why though? Like 80% chance? Why not make it 100% chance? Like, this is what I mean, okay. I understand that he's an epic, right? He's not a Lego, he's an epic. But if I go to my champions, okay, decrease attack. Here we go. The Venomage, 3-turn cooldown, 100% chance of placing decreased attack. Like, if the target is under poison, okay, but 100% land rate for poison. Okay. Stagnite. This isn't a 100% chance. You see, it's a. Hold on. All right, sorry about that, everyone. Anyway, so yeah, this is not a 100%. Why did I say that weird? 100%. This is not a 100%. Oh my god, 100% land rate. Okay, it's a 70 base, and then 75, 85, 95% chance. Okay, why is this a thing? Why not 100% chance? I don't understand. 100% chance to place decreased defense. Oh well, she's not booked. 100% chance to place 3 poisons. He's not booked. 100% chance to place decreased. Wait, no. 75% chance to place decreased attack. Okay, but it's a double hitter though, so it's fine. Okay. What was I talking about? Atatsu. Okay. So yeah, this. There are better. Okay. Increased defense and continuous heal on 3-turn cooldown. Hatatsu. Okay. I gotta understand that, like, where I am from my account, these champions just, they're not good for me, and they serve no purpose for my account, and if I did get them, I wouldn't use them. Okay. Hatatsu, what's he good for? Yeah, what's he good in? Demon Lord, Faction Wars. Okay, I could use him in Faction Wars maybe, but Demon Lord, I'm not gonna use him in Demon Lord. Fenshi, yeah, Fire Knight. He's really only good in Fire Knight, but I have a good Fire Knight team. Sachi, Faction Wars. I don't even use her in Faction Wars. Nagorio. Well, I haven't looked at him, but he's not really that good. I actually pulled a Nagorio, actually. That's why his portrait is like colored in. I actually pulled him, but because he's not good, I sacrificed him. Same with Chani. I've pulled like multiple Chanis, but I always sacrifice her, but because she's just not good. Taraki is very good. He is very good. Yeah, shield, ally protect, reflect damage. Yeah. Has a 50-50 chance of placing poison when he's hit. Yeah. Actually, Taraki can solo. One of probably Bommel is very annoying. There's this other boss called Dark Fate that's very annoying, but I think what's his name? Scarab King. I think Scarab King is the most annoying boss in the game. Okay, he's probably the most annoying boss in the game. Now, Taragi can solo Scarab King. Okay, Taraki can solo Scarab King because you're really relying on his poison. Okay, you're relying on the poisons that he places on his passive. Okay, so you give him a lot of HP. Okay, you put him in a immortal and regeneration set. Okay, he'll keep himself healed, right? And every time he doesn't place any. Well, he plays decreased attack and provoke, but the decreased attack isn't necessary, and the boss is immune to provoke. So he'll just keep healing himself, and he'll keep himself healed, and then every time the boss hits him, well, not every time, but whenever the boss hits him, the boss will get a poison on itself. All right, and what you're doing is you're just stacking poisons. Okay, you're stacking. You can have a max of 10 debuffs on any champion. Okay, on champions as well as bosses, you can have a max of 10 debuffs. Okay, so what you're really doing is relying on these poisons to kill the boss, and the Scarab King has no way of healing himself. So unless you place continuous, heal buff on yourself, then the boss can steal that continuous heal. But Taraki doesn't place continuous heal on himself, so the boss can't steal it, so he can't heal himself. So yeah, Taraki can solo Scarab King. That's really I think that's really the only more faction wars. Again, faction wars, okay, but Demon Lord? Ally shield, ally protect, reflect damage, poison. Yeah, okay. Okay, I can see Demon Lord. I can see it. Wuji. Campaign, yeah, no. Gory. Faction Wars, Fire Knight. Yeah, Fire Knight. Fire Knight because wait. Oh my god. Okay. So with Fire Knight, right? Or Hard Fire Knight. Gory is very good until Hard Fire Knight because you need to place freeze. He has attack 3 times at random. Each hit has a 100% chance of placing freeze. Okay, so he's very good into Hard Fire Knight because of his A2. But the thing is, this is his A2 skill, meaning it's on a 3-turn cooldown. Okay, his A1 doesn't place freeze. His A3 doesn't place freeze. So wait. Okay, yeah. So he is very good into Hard Fire Knight, but you probably have to give him either a lot of speed or a relentless set to get this skill off a cooldown very quickly. If you're gonna use him in Hard Fire Knight. So yeah, and then moving on, Umatogi. I think I have Umatogi, or I probably sacrificed it, but she's not very good. Talked about Gory. Kenagashi. Now Kenagashi, for the longest time, Kenagashi was the only reviver that Shadowkin had. Okay, revive a single ally with 50 HP, 50 turn meter, and place increased defense on the ally. Now, this revive is on a 4-turn cooldown. Okay, the only reviver in the faction, and the revive is on a 4-turn cooldown. Okay. Now, we do have other revivers like Yukimasa. Yukimasa is a reviver. I think he revives on his A2. Yeah. Revives a single ally on his A2, random ally. I don't think any other. He can't revive. No. Can Leo revive? No, he can't revive either. So yeah, for the longest time, Kenagashi was the only reviver in the faction, and although Kenagashi is shit, Kenagashi is extremely bad champion. People were forced to use her because she's the only reviver. So yeah, and then the Legos. Let's see. Trying to memorize their faces. So we have Lady Kimmy. Lady Kimmy. Now, okay, these Shadowkin Legos. I don't know much about these Shadowkin Legos. Okay, Lady Kimmy, but she's very good apparently. I fought against Lady Kimmy. Sorry, hit my mic. I fought against Lady Kimmy a couple times in arena. Arena, Hydra, and Faction Wars. Okay. Attacks one enemy, then attacks the enemy with the highest turn meter. Will attack the same enemy twice if the initial target also has the highest turn meter. Okay. The second hit has a 50-50 chance of decreasing turn meter by 15%. Okay. Attacks on enemies, 100% chance of placing decreased accuracy, decreased speed. Also has a 100% chance of decreasing all turn meters by 15%. Not bad. Decreased accuracy, decreased speed, and 50% turn meter reduction. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Removes one random buff from each enemy, then has a 75% chance of placing block buffs for 2 turns on enemies who have buffs removed. Okay. Also fills the turn meters of all allies by 15% and places increased accuracy, increased speed on all allies for 2 turns. Okay. Whenever this champion places a buff on an enemy, also decreases the enemy's turn meter by 5% for each buff placed. Okay. By 30. Doom Tower. Alright. Interesting. Lady Kimmy, she's good. Hydra. AoE, decrease accuracy, decrease speed. And turn meter steal. And block butt. Oh, 4 turn cooldown though. Yikes. Okay. But not bad though. I can see the Hydra rating. I can see it. AoE decrease accuracy, decrease speed, and turn meter decrease on a 3 turn cooldown, 100% land rate, and then increase accuracy, increase speed, and then turn meter fill. Very good. Okay, not bad. Michinaki. Now Michinaki, I've faced him in arena a couple times, and there have been times where he's nuked my team, and there have been times where he's been not annoying, but I've been cautious of him. Hydra, Faction Wars, Demon. Oh my god, his reviews. Okay. Hydra, Demon Lord, Chimera. Okay. 50-50 chance or 60% chance of placing HP burn on the A1. Oh, okay. Attacks on enemies, decrease attack, or decrease accuracy, decrease attack. He places Hex. Hex. All enemies twice. Hex. First hit removes all buffs from each target. To play. Oh my god! Oh, that's strong. That is strong. This is 100% land rate too. You see, usually you need books to increase the land rate of the debuffs, right? Or effects, right? You need books to increase the land rate of buffs, debuffs, and effects, right? Removing all buffs is an effect, meaning that you need accuracy in order to land that effect, okay? But you can see in the skill, it's just a cooldown reduction. There is no buff/debuff chance, okay? It's just cooldown reduction. So this is just a 100% land rate as is. That is good. Oh my gosh, okay. The Hydra rating it's there, and HP burn. Oh my god. HP burn, decreased defense, decreased accuracy, Hex. Oh wow. Whenever an ally attacks an enemy under Hex, this champion has a... Oh! And he can play... Oh my god. He can spread the HP burn that way. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. He's very good in the Hydra then. Very good in the Hydra. Damn. Shit, okay. Alright. Michinaki is very good. But you see, the thing is, he's a Lego, so he's gonna be difficult to get. But wow, he's good. Okay. Tetsuya. This is the Faction Unity champion. Arena, Faction Wars, Hydra. Okay. Fills turn meters with all allies by 10% if this attack is critical. Okay. Okay. Double hitter, single target double hitter. Place 2 extra hits if the target's turn meter is less than 50%. So 4 hits. Okay. Oh, 4 hit. Okay. Will ignore a percentage of the target's defense that is equal to the target's current turn meter. Current turn meter. Which is what the target is. Oh. Okay. Will ignore a percentage of the target's defense that is equal to the target's current turn meter. Okay, so if they have 80% turn meters, then he's gonna ignore 80% defense. Wow. If they have 30% turn meter, he'll ignore 30% defense. Okay, decisive prescience. Steals 100% of target's current turn meter and places a true fear for 2 turns. The turn meter steal effect and true fear debuff cannot be resisted or blocked. Ooh, okay. Increases the damage inflicted by the skill based on the difference between this champion's speed and the target speed. Okay. Will also attack all other enemies with more than 50% turn meter. Steals 100% of each target's current turn meter. Oh my god! Oh! Wow. Wow. So 3 faction allies, it becomes an AoE, and then you okay. Passive. Fills this champion's turn meter by 15% whenever an enemy champion takes a turn. Enemy champion. Okay. Turn meter increase effects used on allies are 20% more effective. Okay. So if you do a 15% turn meter, so if Lady Kimmy does a 15% turn meter fill, and the turn meter increase effect is 20% more effective, then that'll be math. Be 15 plus 20, right? Math. It's gonna. Well, let's just leave it at this. It's gonna be more effective. Whenever this champion has their turn meter filled, increases the damage of their next attack by 5%. Resets after a skill is used. Okay. All allies are immune to turn meter reduction. Oh my god. Completely immune. Holy shit. Okay. Harima was it Nobel, whatever. Wow. Okay. Single target. 50-50 if decreasing duration of 2 random buffs by 1 turn. If the target is under fear or true fear, decrease the duration of all of the target's buffs by 1 turn. Okay. Will ignore 30% defense. Before attacking, if the target is under a fear or true fear debuff, places a increased attack. Oh god. After attacking, if the target is under a fear or true fear debuff, decrease the cooldown of the dismay skill by 1 turn. Okay. Then failed turn meter by 25%. Okay. So I'm assuming he places fear himself, right? He doesn't? No, he does. Okay. Attacks to all enemies. 100% chance of stealing 50% turn meter. If this attack kills the target under fear or true fear debuff, decrease the cooldown of the Harbinger skill by 1 turn. This is A2. And then his way of placing fear. Whenever an enemy's turn meter is reduced by any champion, has a that's a low lane. Wait. 30. 40. 50-50 of placing fear. Enemy's turn meter is reduced. For turn meter reduction, it'd be better. It'd be so much better if it was turn meter increase. It'd be so much better if it was turn meter increase, because because the enemy team is constantly going to be filling their turn meter because they want to go first, right? Yeah. Well, not really that good, I don't think. Yukimasa. This guy was a. He was a Was he a fusion for 2026? Oh the hell, Hades. I don't think he was. Wait, wrong page. Past fusion events. 2026. No, yeah, he was a fusion for 2025. Oh, the December fusion for 2025. Okay. So he was the last fusion of 2025. Wow. So he's based off of crowd control. So, oh my god. Okay, attacks on enemies has a 40% chance of placing block active skills for one turn. This debuff cannot be resisted if there is at least one enemy under crowd control. Okay. It can't be resisted, but you still need. Okay. It's still a 40% chance, but if you hit on that 40% chance, then it can't be resisted. But it still has to go through the like checker, you know, like the not accuracy checker, but like a percentage checker, if that makes sense, you know. So instantly activate this skill whenever this champion skips a turn, because this champion skipped a turn. Okay. Okay. Attacks on enemies will ignore block damage. Has a 100% chance of placing freeze on all AoE freeze, 100% land rate. And placing too, not attacking, just placing. Oh, that's strong. Can't be resisted if there's at least one enemy under crowd control. Revives one random ally with 50-50 if this skill did not kill an enemy. Wait. Oh, okay. I was about to say. Revives one random ally with 50-50 if this skill did not kill an enemy. Revives all allies with 50-50 if this skill kills at least one enemy. Okay. Attacks one enemy. For attacking, steals turn meter from the target. All turn meter from the target. Can be resisted if at least one enemy is under crowd control. Also equalizes the target's defense with this champion's defense for this attack. Okay. So he's based his. Oh wait, no, his attack is. Oh. His damage is based on attack. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, hold on. Equalizes the target's defense with this champion's defense for this attack. So, if you give him no defense at all, right? If you give him no defense at all, and he uses his A3, let's say. Okay, let's say he has very low defense, like 1500 defense, right? He has 1500 defense. He uses his A3. He will equalize the enemy champion's defense with his own defense, right? So now the enemy champion has only 1500 defense, and now because the enemy has so little defense, he's going to do a whole lot more damage. You see, okay, it's a good. it's a good idea, but having so little defense, that's risky, especially in high tier, or not high tier, but like in end game, like end game content where everyone has like 5, 6, 7,000 attack. Like having so little defense is very risky. You either gotta have like a lot of HP, or like a lot of protection or healing. Fills this champion's turn made about 50% whenever this champion skips a turn because of... Okay. Whenever this champion skips a turn because one of those debuffs, their next active skill... Like, oh my god! Okay, idea. Well, to set it up though, you let him get crowd controlled, right? You let him skip the turn. You let the crowd control debuff force him to skip the turn, right? His next attack will ignore 50% defense, okay? He uses his A3, right? So now he's forced the enemy champion to he's forced the enemy's champion defense to his level, right? So now the enemy champion is at 1500 defense, but now he's also ignoring 50% of that 1500. Oh my god, he can do a lot of damage. All right, who else is in the portal? Kyoku, I have her. Oh, Harima was in. Gentoro too. Okay, Gentoro, Harima, this guy, and Kyoku. Okay. Demon Lord. Okay. Single target. Okay. Steals all turn meter. Decrease the cooldown of Oni's rage by 1 turn if the target is immune to... Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Decrease defense weaken. Yeah. Will attack 5 times instead of 1 on every fourth use of the skill against the same target in 1 round. Okay. That makes sense. Decrease defense weaken for the Demon Lord. That makes sense, yeah. All turn meter fill effects are increased by 50% when used on this champion. That makes sense. Okay. And then Harima. Harima is very... Yeah, Arena. Faction Wars, Hydra, Chimera, Demon Lord. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Single target. 50-50. Sorry. 50-50 of decreased attack for 2 turns. A quarter chance of placing decreased attack on all other enemies for 2 turns if this attack is critical. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I didn't just wake up. I woke up like... Wait. I woke up 3 hours ago, but I've been like sitting in this chair the whole time. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times. Each hit decreases the target's defense by 5%. Like permanently. Each hit also increases this champion's defense by... Oh my god. So that's... Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Each hit decreases the target's defense by 5%. I assume permanently. So it's a permanent 30% defense reduction, okay? That's basically like a permanent ignore defense, basically. Each hit also increases this champion's defense by 5%, stacks up to 100. Instantly activates the Celestial Awe skill if this skill kills an enemy. Okay. Attacks all enemies. Places provoke for 1 turn. This debuff cannot be blocked or resisted if the target champion is from the Demon Spawn faction. Interesting. Enemy ignore defense effects are decreased by 5%. Champions from the Demon Spawn faction cannot inflict critical hits on this champion. This champion cannot land weak hits on champions from the Demon Spawn faction. Yeah, because in the Raid Shadow Legends lore, in the lore, the Demon Spawn faction and the shadowkin, they're like at war with each other. They've been at war in the lore. They've been at war with each other for like centuries, like hundreds and hundreds of years. So yeah, her having like that passive makes sense. And yeah, and the Demon Spawn have like killed and murdered like thousands of shadowkin people. So yeah, her having this passive makes sense. Okay, so what I was gonna say, right? So basically a permanent 30% ignore defense, okay, for your entire team as well. It's basically ignore defense for your entire permanent ignore defense for your whole team, and then increases her own defense by 5%. So this is probably why she's so good into these longer fights like Hydra Chimera, because because the enemy, like let's say you're going up against a boss, right? Like Hydra, okay, or actually no, Chimera, because this is single target. So Chimera, you get 30% ignore defense, okay, and then you get 100% more defense. For Harima gets 100% more defense. Okay, so she's basically doubling her damage. Okay, she's doubling her damage. She's a defense-based champion. So if you give her, if you build her like a nuker, she gets 30% ignore defense and 100% more defense. If you build her like a nuker in longer battles, this skill is gonna smack. It's really gonna smack. And then this guy, Ashari the Riptide. Ugh, 4.4. Okay. Attacks one or double hitter. Each hit has a 100% chance of stealing 1 random buff. Can't be resisted if it is under Veil of Perfect Veil. Nautical Assassin. Will ignore 25% defense, will shield and strengthen. Will ignore stone skin buffs if this champion is under Veil of Perfect Veil. If this attack kills an enemy, increases the duration of all buffs on this champion by 1 turn. Okay. So it looks like he's supposed to be a nuker. Yeah, he places great damage on himself, so yeah. Yeah, okay. Attacks all enemies. Before attacking, places Perfect Veil. Okay, that's how you get the Perfect Veil. So I assume that he opens up with this A3 then, because his A2 and A1 have extra effects if he's under Veil of Perfect Veil. So he opens with this A. So he goes A2 or A3, A2, A1. Okay, and 30% crit damage buff. Okay, this attack deals single target damage to each target individually rather than AoE damage. Okay, that's basically a damage boost. We'll ignore, because there's a cap for how much AoE damage that you can do. Okay, you can only do so much AoE damage, but for a single target, there is no cap for single target damage. That's why Titus, okay, this guy right here, Titus Black Plume, it's A2, right? Yeah, this attack also gains a damage boost equal to the percentage of difference between this champion's max HP and the value of any shield buffs on them. So The thing is, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. So that's why Titus Blackplume is able to do massive amounts of damage. You put Titus in a Wixwell team, a Wixwell Demon Lord team, right? And well, not just Demon Lord, but like just a clan boss team. You put Titus in a Wixwell clan boss team, and he's going to do later in the fight once the value of the shield buffs are like massive, right? Titus will do like millions of damage in just one single hit. I saw videos of where Titus was doing like 22 million damage on just this single hit alone. Okay, not as A1, not as A3, just this single hit attacks one enemy. This single hit does 22 million damage because single target attacks, there is no damage cap for single target attacks. Okay, AoE attacks, there is a cap for it. There is a damage cap for AoE attacks, but not for single target attacks. Okay. So the fact that it does single target damage can potentially be a massive damage boost. We'll ignore 15% of the first enemy's defense. After hitting the first enemy, will hit every other enemy following the initial hit. Each subsequent hit ignores 5% more of the target's defense. Stacks up to 35. For each enemy killed by this attack, increases this champion's HP by 5%. Okay, and another damage boost for him. Okay, so yeah, he can probably hit hard. But the fact that his reviews are so bad probably means that he doesn't hit hard. Okay, at the start of each round, places Perfect Veil on this champion for one turn. Has a Okay. 52 minutes. Has a 20% chance to reflect all damage and debuffs this champion receives back to the attacker. Will only work on skills that inflict damage or inflict damage in place debuffs. Does not work against bosses. Okay. If the reflected damage kills an enemy, fails this champion's turn meter by 30% and places a perfect fail buff on himself for one turn. Okay. By 28. Okay. Alright. So I think Tetsuya is worth it, for sure. Yukimasa, Harima, Michinaki, Kyoku. Decrease attack, HP burn. I think she's worth it. Now, Kyoku is mainly for arena. Okay? I have her. She's an arena champion. Demon Lord Factuals and arena. But yeah, I think she's worth it. I'm not using her because, again, like you saw, she's good into arena. Or she's good into Demon Lord and Faction Wars. I don't use her in Faction Wars, and I don't use her in Demon Lord because I have better teams built for those two places. So yeah, but I do think she is worth it though. Sorry. So yeah, Tetsuya is worth it. Yukimasa, Harima, Michinaki, Lady Kimi, and Kyoku. They're worth it. Nobel or Noble. I'm gonna say Nobel. Nobel, Arashi, and Jintoro. I don't think they're worth it. I don't think so. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aren't worth it. He's worth it, but for one specific area of the game. These two are worth it for no, these two are worth it for one specific area of the game. He's worth it for eh, I would say that he's worth it. I would say he's worth it, though. I would say he's worth it. And then Kinagashi, I mean, you really have no other option. I mean, the only other reviver in the faction is a Lego, so. Alright. Now, I do have 9 Lego books. I don't know who to book. I don't know who to book, okay? I do have options. I have Wukong. I have Necrit. I can book Arbiter. I can book Ezio. I could book Kyoku. Eric's. I could book her. I do have options, but you know what? I don't like any of my options. Oh, I could also book Venelicia. But yeah, I really don't like any of my options. I kind of don't. I kind of don't. I think I'll just save the books until I get a Lego champ that I really need to like build like right now, like a game changer Lego that I need to book right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the books for that. So I don't know what that game changer Lego could be, but yeah, I'm saving for that. Honestly, one of these, Michinaki probably. Michinaki would probably be game changing for me. Yeah. Yeah. What's it called? Hydra. He'd be a game changer for Hydra for me. So, okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. So 57 minutes. I did not want it to be this long. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Yeah. So I have more Battlefield 1 videos that are going up soon. And then after Battlefield 1, we have Battlefield 5. So, and then after Battlefield 5, we have 2019 Call of Duty, the first Call of Duty in the Modern Warfare reboot. So we're playing the campaign of that. I don't know if we're gonna play multiplayer, but campaign definitely. Then after Call of Duty, I don't know. But yeah, that's it. If you like the video, then give it a like. If you like me, if you like the content that I currently upload, and you like the content that I will upload in the future, then subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. And, yeah, that's it. Peace out, y'all.